At the beginning of the episode, Black Bolt and Medusa are surrounded by armed soldiers. As the soldiers launch their attack, Medusa is injured while trying to defend herself. As a result, Maximus announces that the deceitful actions of the Avengers have forced them to retaliate, and claims that this is a declaration against Earth and all its inhabitants. He warns that Earth will know Black Bolt's fury in 48 hours. Before he signs off, Maximus announces that the actions of the Avengers broke their trust and begins the countdown to the Avengers' defeat. Meanwhile in Attilan, an angry Black Bolt claims that the Avengers will pay for what they have done to Medusa. However, Maximus tells him that he should not blame himself for the war since the Inhumans had tried to deal with the Avengers peacefully. One of Black Bolt's soldiers claims that the Avengers should answer for injuring their queen, but Maximus argues that a war will not. While Black Bolt is distracted by his emotions, Maximus laughs to himself, claiming that while Black Bolt is overwhelmed by his anger, he will wage a war, not knowing that the Avengers are innocent. Once the Avengers are gone, Maximus will then use his power of coercion to get one of their hostile citizens to confess that he had sold out Medusa and Black Bolt's meeting with the World Security Council, because they never asked their people if they were okay with having humans live with them in Attilan. He imagines Black Bolt's guards asking the citizen how he found out about the meeting. He will reveal that he coerced an Earth human into giving up the location of the meeting. As a result, Maximus will be able to prey on the already defeated King of Attilan and manage to convince him that he is not fit to rule over the people of Attilan, since he had inflicted war on innocents due to the betrayal of their own people. In the present time, all of the Inhumans begin hiding since they are being hunted. Chloe, who is part of the future Avengers, arrives in a tunnel only to find that her friend Kamala is missing. Meanwhile, Kamala is cornered by the people of Attilan, who tell her that her kind is not welcome on their planet anymore. She tries fighting back, but when her friend's life is threatened, she gives up. However, before any of them can attack her, Crystal, who is Medusa's sister, appears in front of them and manages to defend them. She then tells Kamala that she and the other Inhumans should come to the palace with her, since Black Bolt intends to protect them. When Kamala begs Crystal to get Black Bolt to stop going to war with the Avengers, she tells him that there is nothing that she can do since the King of Attilan was going to get married in a few days, but is instead about to lose his fiancée. Kamala begs Crystal to make Black Bolt see reason, explaining that all of them want the same thing, but realizes that there is nothing that Crystal can do for her since Black Bolt has already made up his mind. On the other end of the world, Hulk jumps off the Avengers and lands on a tropical island. At the same time, Thor walks through a snowstorm to get his hands on a magic storm. Despite the warnings that the mountains are not meant for mortal beings, the Prince of Asgard refuses to back down. Captain America, who is practicing his shield throw, is met by Bucky, to whom he reveals that the Inhumans have declared war on them. As the two of them train, Tony Stark, who is working with Addy, also known as Kodak, is trying to build a shield that will withhold Black Bolt's sonic attacks. However, no matter what they do, they can't seem to figure out what they can improve on. Just then, Addy suggests that they need to expand the reverberation dampers. Tony thinks about it, claiming that they need to do more than just absorb Black Bolt's attacks. He starts messing with the controls and suggests that they should replace the air, which will stop Black Bolt dead. They decide to call this system the AT system. On the other end, Dr. Pym hears his doorbell ring and is surprised to find the Wasp outside. She asks him if he can make adjustments to her suit. Meanwhile, Bruno and Makoto land on an island and reminisce about their past. Makoto claims that they have come a long way. He then activates Visco, a band that was given to him by Tony Stark that would project a power suit. He tells Bruno that the reason they are on the island is because they need to keep training to be strong enough to help the Avengers fight off Black Bolt and his army. Back in Attilan, Black Bolt is told that it is time for them to wage the war. When Crystal tries to speak up, Maximus interrupts her and tells her to check up on Medusa. He also tells Black Bolt that he will stay back in Attilan along with Crystal to make sure that nothing goes wrong. Inside Black Bolt's palace, Flint wonders if the Inhumans will keep their promise of keeping them safe. However, Kamala insists that since Crystal told them that they would be safe, she would keep her word. Sometime later, Black Bolt and his men arrive on Earth and notice that the Avengers have lined up and are ready to renegotiate with him. Triton is surprised to see that the Avengers don't have anyone backing them up. However, before any of them can launch an attack, Captain America starts speaking. He tells Black Bolt that all of them want peace and explains that the Avengers did not give up his location to the Security Council. He claims that they are being set up and begs Black Bolt to not rush into a war. Black Bolt starts moving towards the Avengers and opens his mouth to say no before blasting them with his sonic wave. Iron Man quickly jumps into action and activates the AT shield. The shield successfully absorbs the sonic wave, impressing all of the Avengers. While everyone celebrates being able to dodge Black Bolt's attack, Captain America reminds them that they have to keep doing it because they want to avoid attacking first. As Black Bolt continues to blast the Avengers with the sonic wave, Iron Man hears a warning go off that their shield is unable to absorb any more of the wave. As the countdown until total shutdown starts, Thor, who had managed to obtain the magic stone, activates it. Triton thinks that this is pathetic, just as a cloud of dust covers the area. When the dust clears, they discover that the Avengers are in the sky. Thor tells them that they must hurry because although the stone has made them powerful, it will not last for long. Captain America takes this chance to assemble all of the Avengers and asks them to launch an attack. At the same time, Black Bolt jumps towards them as well while blasting sonic waves their way. Captain America tries to use his shield to protect the rest of the Avengers from the sonic wave's impact, but it is too strong and they get thrown back. Makoto and Bruno from the future Avengers use Hulk as a shield before jumping up into the sky and combining their powers. Black Bolt also flies towards them with his own attack. However, he stops midway, leaving everyone confused. Bruno asks why he held back because Black Bolt could have destroyed all of them if he spoke above a whisper. Makoto claims that he has learned that being a superhero is hard since your actions can sometimes hurt your loved ones, making you question if what you are fighting for is worth the cost. Black Bolt remembers Medusa saying something similar, and worrying that they might run out of time before they find a solution that will bring peace for everyone. Hearing this, Bruno reminds Black Bolt that they know he does not want a war, despite the fact that he loves Medusa and would do anything for her. He assures the King of Attilan that they want the same thing as him. Captain America backs the two future Avengers up as well by claiming that it is not too late for them to stop fighting each other. He proposes that they should work together to find who is behind everything. Once Black Bolt agrees, Makoto delivers the news to Kamala and Chloe, who are still in Attilan. While they are celebrating the successful stopping of a war, Maximus approaches them. They excitedly tell him that everything is going back to normal. However, Maximus tells them that he does not want things to go back to normal. Before they can respond, he uses his powers to make them fall asleep. As the two of them fall to the ground, their Visco band lights up and Makoto asks Chloe who they are talking to. Maximus then destroys their bands, leaving Makoto and the boys confused. Seeing Makoto worry about the girls, Bruno tells him that their band probably ran out of battery. All of a sudden, Lockjaw, who is Black Bolt and Medusa's loyal protector dog, disappears. Triton claims that someone has used inhuman tech to teleport Lockjaw. Everyone starts to worry since now they have no way of reaching the moon as Lockjaw has been teleporting them from planet to planet. Meanwhile, back on Attilan, Chloe and Kamala, who have been locked inside the palace cells, try to call out for help, but all of their efforts go wasted as no one hears them or bothers coming to their rescue. At the same time, Maximus takes advantage of Black Bolt's absence to address the people of Attilan. Since he was not expecting Black Bolt to give in so easily and agree to deal with the Avengers peacefully, Maximus knew that he needed to come up with another way of taking over the throne. He tells the people that his brother, the King of Attilan, has died along with his loyal companions. He then takes advantage of everyone's anger to convince them to attack Earth, claiming that the Avengers have been wreaking havoc for far too long. Crystal, who was behind Maximus, leaves to join Medusa in her chambers. She talks to her unconscious sister, claiming that she does not know how they have reached a point where Black Bolt is dead, Medusa is injured, and Attilan is going to war with humans on Earth. To her surprise, Medusa opens her eyes and tells her that Black Bolt is not dead since she can hear him speaking to her, explaining that Maximus has trapped them on Earth and urges her to help them get back to Attilan. Crystal searches for Kamala and Chloe around the palace. When she finally finds them, she tells them that Black Bolt is stuck on Earth and that she needs their help. This time, it is up to the girls to stop a war and bring Black Bolt back to his rightful throne. Thank you for watching. Check out these other videos and make sure to subscribe and tap the bell to be notified about our latest videos. See you next time.